I'm doing
Good to
okay.
have you here, Idris.
Okay,
My
thank you.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Josiah is here from Namibia. How you doing, Josiah? Good to see you. Ngam Claude is here. Ngam Claude is new from Douala. Claude, can you say hi to us? Hi, Claude. How you doing? Okay, Claude doesn't seem to be
Good,
around.
madam. This is my
Oh,
first time
Claude
on
is
the
here.
platform.
Bonsoir, Claude. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, maman.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Settle down, grab a pen and paper, write down your questions. We're going to be seeing you soon, okay? All right. Faris is in the house. Hey, Faris, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, guys, in under just a minute, we're going to be starting this webinar. Anytime now.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Anytime now, we're going to be starting this webinar, guys.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes, Buba, is that you?
Buba is from Abuja, Nigeria.
Buba from Abuja, Nigeria. How you doing?
Yes.
I like your enthusiasm in your voice. It's explosive.
And not today is not the full day. I was here yesterday in the meeting.
Oh, okay.
But I could not introduce myself. But today I feel happy to introduce myself.
Awesome. I like when people feel happy on this platform, right? The more reason why we have you guys here. Thank you so much for coming in, Buba. We're going to start now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Charles, you ready?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to do our thing. Make sure everyone is muted and they stay muted, and you can get started. 1 second.
Sure.
Yes, we can go now. We're good to go.
Thank you so much. I see Judith has a guest who is taking a sneak peek there. Come on down, guys, and attend the webinar. Hello, guys. It's a pleasure to have you all here. If you're new to our platform, like I always say, right, you're welcome. If you're a returning founder and a leader, I want to thank you for being supportive as usual. My name is Senge. I am a humble servant, and this is On Passive Go Founders. Our slogan is, we are in it to win it. So we have a few housekeeping rules, okay, guys? Before we start this webinar, I want to inform you that you're going to be force muted just to make sure that we do not get interference from the background. Just make sure, again, that you get every bit of information that we are offering to you today. That said, guys, the question and answer session is going to be at the end of the presentation. Now, when you want to ask your question, make sure that your microphone is open, but most especially, make sure that we're looking at you while you're looking at us. So your video should be open too. And without any further ado, let's start this webinar. I am going to introduce to you a man who has been very, very passionate about this particular company. He's been in the business industry for over 35 years, guys. He is a retired computer engineer, as we speak. He worked in information technology for over 30 years, guys. He is a family man. He's a selfless man, but most especially, he calls himself a man on a mission. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce to you Mr. Charles Osong.
Thank you very much, Senge. We are very delighted. We're happy to have you in our midst. You work relentlessly for our people. Your services, we cannot thank you enough. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're calling from. You're welcome. I see that we have a few guests. We can do more, guys. We, the founders, the time is running out. The train is about to leave. Let's bring our loved ones in massively, okay? So, for those of you who are guests, we welcome you warmly. I know you're here to hear about a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity, and I'm tasked with that responsibility to bring it to you. I'll do my best, and the way I do that is I tell you my story. I tell you how I got to know about this company and what are the reasons why I decided to be part of it. Hopefully, you can resonate and make your own decision. Like the announcer said, my name is Charles Osong. I have been in the United States for over 35 years. I am getting very, very close to my 36th year now. And throughout that time, I have been working like everybody else. Sometimes 2 jobs just to make ends meet. For the most part, I have worked in the IT industry. And for those of you who are familiar with that industry, it is kind of broad. Fortunately for me, I have been able, excuse me, I've been able to work in almost every discipline in that industry. About 34 years ago, I ran into the works of Mr. Warren Buffett. Mr. Warren Buffett is one of the wealthiest people on earth. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. So ever since I heard that statement, I kind of wonder when I go to sleep, am I making money or not? And of course, if I feel like I'm making money, I have a good night's sleep. If not, I just don't sleep very well. So I started looking for ways to make money in my sleep. And in that process, I also ran into the works of Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. He is also independent wealthy, and he is the one that impressed upon me that even though we have rich people in this world, we also have wealthy people. And there's one main difference. The rich tend to work for their money. Yes, they make a lot of money, but they must go to work to make that money. So they're trading hours for dollars. The wealthy, on the other hand, make money in their sleep. So they make money passively, right? We call it passive residual income. I got interested in that kind of money, and I decided on March 17th, 2017, I decided to retire from my corporate America job. I recall a colleague of mine saying to me, Charles, you are very fortunate. You must have saved up a lot of money to be retiring this early. And I said to him, on the contrary, I have been working for so long and I can't seem to save up the kind of money that I would like. So there's got to be another way. I remember Robert Einstein. Well, yeah, Robert Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and you're expecting different results, that's his definition of insanity. So I said to myself, I was going to do things differently. I went and got an office space in Maryland in the United States. And about a year and now 11 months ago, a good friend of mine, very trusted friend, came to my office. And he said to me, Charles, I have an opportunity that I would like to share with you. So just so you know, prior to retiring, I had been studying rigorously the behavioral patterns of successful people, just because I wanted to be like them. So when my friend came to me, one of the things that these people do is that they look at every opportunity that someone brings to them. You bring an opportunity to a successful person, he will look at it before saying yes or no. So when my friend came to me, I said to him, friend, I am definitely going to look at this opportunity, but I do have 3 questions for you before I start. And question number 1, this opportunity that you are bringing to me, am I going to be able to make enough money if I cannot recruit? If I cannot sell to even one person, am I going to make money? Yes, and when I say money, I mean enough money to give me financial freedom. I do know that financial freedom means different things to different people. To me, it simply means I'm making enough money to do what I want, when I want, where I want, and how I want. So when I looked up at my friend and I asked him, with this opportunity, am I going to be able to make that kind of money if I do not recruit? If I cannot bring even one person, am I going to make that kind of money? And he said to me, Charles, you will. You will make plenty of it. So I kind of like that. And I said, let's go to question number 2. Do I have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it auto-ship. Do I have to pay a monthly auto-ship? And so he said no. And when my friend came to me, this company was in pre-launch. Okay, he said, Charles, when this company launches, you come out of pocket once and that's it. So I said, well, sounds good to me so far. Let's go to the last question, but certainly not the least. That question to me is so important that before I tell you what that question is, I would like to share with you how I came about that question. Towards the end of 2016, when I knew for a fact that I was going to be retiring, I coined those two questions that I just mentioned to you guys, and they worked well for some time, at least for about a year and a half. I landed, excuse me, on some very, very good opportunities, making a lot of money, and I thought I had arrived. I thought life was good. But like I said, about a year and a half, 2 years later, all of these companies went out of business. So I was forced to do another thing that successful people do so well. They fail forward. Failing forward simply means if you fall down once, you get up once. If you fall down 10 times, you get up 10 times. You dust yourself, you look at why you fell, what went wrong, and then you move forward with experience so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. I had to do that. And upon examining all these different companies that I was involved with, I realized there was one thing in common. One thing ran across the board. None of these companies had a legitimate, viable product. By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. You're going to run into companies that have legitimate but not viable, viable but not legitimate. Okay, it's kind of hard to have both. But when you have both, guys, that is sustainability. If a company doesn't have that, forget it. It is a time bomb. It's a matter of time. And none of these companies that I was involved with had those. Guys, I know a bunch of you here are from Nigeria. If you may or may not remember a company called MMM. This company hurt a lot of people. They came around, no legitimate viable product. A few people made money. Lots of people lost tons of money. Some even got frustrated, committed suicide. Again, no legitimate viable product, time bomb. Folks, MMM is not the only one. There are many companies out there like that, many of them. I've been hit with quite a few. I learned my lesson. So that became my third question. So I asked my friend that day, this company that you're bringing to me, do they have a legitimate, viable product? He said to me, Charles, you have an IT background. You should be able to understand these products better than me. And I said, okay. Went back, took a look at these products, and I came back to him and I said, my friend, should these companies succeed in what they are trying to do, we are going to have an internet quake, right? Just like an earthquake. You're going to have a shake-up of the internet. And like I said, when he came to me, this company was in pre-launch. They were in pre-launch for about 6 to 8 months at the time he came to my office. So I said to him, we do have one small problem. It's not a big problem. It's a small one. We're going to have to wait. We're going to have to buckle our seatbelts and wait for 3 or more years, maybe 4. He didn't like that though. He said to me, Charles, why would you say that? And I said to him, well, you told me to take a look at the products. I did. And I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to use artificial intelligence, AI for short, in every step of the development process in producing digital products. Folks, AI is a disruptive technology. What is that? A disruptive technology is one that comes every once in a while, and it'll change the way we do things. We have no choice, such as the internet. In short, it disrupts our lives. AI is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But AI is very involved. It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves millions upon millions of lines of coding. For those of you who who are familiar with software development, that is just time consuming, period. So I told him, let's wait. But I also told him, I don't care how long we have to wait. I want to be part of this company now. I had something called FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on a few opportunities earlier on in my life, and I wasn't going to miss out on this one. I don't care how long it takes and at no cost. So I asked him, how much is it going to cost me to be part of this company today? And I was expecting him to give me some humongous amount, like $10,000, maybe even more. But I was ready to pay for it. I had my credit card with me. In the United States, you don't need cash. You just need credit cards. That's it. And I had a few of those. But my friend looked up at me and said, Charles, it's only going to cost you $97. 97. And I could not believe him. I said to him, you've got to be kidding. He said, nope, I'm dead serious. And I said, well, here's my card. Put it on there. By the time we were done, it costed me $102. So yes, there's a small fee when you use credit card or debit card. It's a $5 charge. No big deal. I said to him, consider that dinner for two. I also said to him, I do not have 3 years or more to be monitoring this business because I have to put food on the table. So text me, email me, call me, do whatever it takes to get me informed when they are closer to launch so I can get more involved. He said, deal. 8 months later, my friend gave me a call. Charles, can you make yourself available in 1 week's time? The CEO of this company wants to talk to all of us. And I said, sure. 1 week later, I hop on the call, and there was Mr. Ashmore Farah. Mr. Ashmore Farah is the CEO of this company. For those of us who have been long enough as founders, we have come to know and love him dearly. Not only because he's going to help us make money, and of course he will help us make lots of money, but also, and more importantly, because of his heart for humanity. Guys, when you come and join us, as you join us, you will realize that OnPassive is built around love. We do have a few geniuses out there. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, okay, Jeff Bezos. These guys all have the brains, okay? But do they have the heart? As you find out, Mr. Mofara, not only does he have the brains, he also has the heart. And those of us who are leaders, we have come to resonate with him very, very well. But mind you, I was meeting him for the first time. I was listening to him for the very first time. And he said, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. We are actually very close to launch. So that threw me off. And I said to myself, whom is this guy kidding? It's just 8 months ago, I told my friend, we're going to need some time. And I know we're going to need some time. Okay? And now he's saying we're closer to launch. Well, guess what? He got my attention. I was listening keenly. And he said, we have leased a building in Bangalore, 2 floors in that building, high-rise building. For those of you who are familiar with India, I saw that there's somebody here from Bangalore. Bangalore is like the Silicon Valley of India, okay? Now, if you look behind me, you're gonna see a brand new building. It says OnPassive on it. This one is in High Tech City in Hyderabad. Hyderabad in High Tech City, I should say. Now, this building is new. We just got it. But at that time, we didn't have it. We were just leasing 2 floors from a high-rise building in Bangalore. And Mr. Mofara said, we have hired 200 engineers. And these guys are working day and night to make sure our dream is realized. So now in my head, I'm beginning to think, I say, okay, most startup companies are going to have 20 to 25 engineers. Most startup companies I'm going to have these engineers work 8, 9, maybe 10 hours a day. I know because I've been part of a few of those. Mr. Mofara goes to the source. And when I say source, guys, for those of you who are in IT, you're going to agree with me. Indians are the best in the game. But again, India, labor is very cheap in India compared to the United States. So he goes to the source. No, he didn't get 20 or 25 engineers. He got 200 of them, the best, the cream of the crop. And these guys are not working 8, not 9, not 10 hours a day. No, these guys are working 24/7. These guys are working around the clock. These guys are taking turns. So now in my head, I am beginning to think, I say, okay, with this kind of a resource, yes, you're able to cut time frame. With this kind of a resource, yes, you're able to do in 2 years what is supposed to take 5 years or even 6 years. So my belief factor goes up, and I'm listening even more attentively. And Mr. Mofara said, we do have one small problem. Some of us, founders like you and I, insiders, have been unethical, have been trying to steal our technology. So we're not going to let that happen. We are going to come up with a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA. Sign them up, because it's the only way you're going to benefit from this company. 2 months later, he called up another meeting. NDAs are out. I went back, took a look, very long document. And I'm no attorney by any stretch of the imagination. But by the time I was done reading that document, it occurred to me, this is the time I told my friend, let me know so I can get involved. I look back at from the time I got in until that point in time, how serious the time, money, energy spent. And I said to myself, wow, now we have a business, a real business. It's no longer a joke. And I've got to start talking to my folks. I looked up and I saw over very few Africans folks. And guys, if you're here and you are not from Africa, do not feel bad. I work with everybody equally, same way. I just wanted our people, my people, to be part of this. We can't be missing out all the time. So I made myself a man on a mission. I called up a few other leaders to my office and I said, guys, we're going to have to spread this, and we're going to have to spread it to our people massively. All we got to do, talk to them. Those who have ears can listen. Those who don't, we have done our part. Okay, so we decided on Zoom. Thanks to technology, with Zoom, all you need is a smart device. It could be a smartphone, an iPad, a laptop. You need internet access, data, as you guys call it in Africa, and you're on. So what is this company I'm talking to you about? Again, right behind me, it's OnPassive. OnPassiv, as in Victor, E as in Edward. And that name was not given by chance. This is a passive opportunity. That means you become a founder. When this company launches, you pay one time, and that's it. You can go on a vacation, but money in your bank account, day in, day out. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Mofara, that I just mentioned to you guys a few moments ago, graduated with a master's in internet marketing and information technology. He has a knack for AI, artificial intelligence, that disruptive technology that I just mentioned to you guys. This guy is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. Traffic, guys, is the reason I can dream today. Traffic, guys, is the reason I can invite you all to dream with me today. So what is traffic? Okay, it is so important. We're going to spend a couple minutes talking about traffic. Traffic is a fundamental aspect of any business. It doesn't matter. It could be an online business or offline business. Doesn't matter. But most of us have an age we are more familiar with offline businesses. So let's start there. Let's just say you have a business offline, and it can be a car dealership, it can be a hair salon, doesn't matter. But let's just say it's a restaurant, only because I love food and I know everybody eats. So you have a restaurant, and I have a restaurant. And your restaurant is located in a busy area, in a shopping mall. People come in and out all the time. Mine is located in a back alley. It is hidden. Same kind of food, same chef, same everything. In fact, the food tastes identical. But your restaurant is going to fare better than mine. And here is why. People are going to come into that shopping mall, maybe to do their hair, to do their nail, to buy some clothes, or maybe just window shopping. Whatever it is that brings them into that shopping mall, they will eventually get hungry. They look up, see a restaurant, and wander into your restaurant. And the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, you're going to have to leave their homes deliberately to go there. You're going to have to know it is there. And because of that, it suffers. Suffers from what? Traffic. So, what is traffic? People, customers coming in and out of your business. That's it. What about online traffic? But before I go there, I want to say this. If you have that offline business, like the restaurant, in this digital day and age, you better be sure you have an online presence. Otherwise, you are going to be smoked by your competition. The reverse is not true. There are online businesses that don't need to have offline presence, such as Amazon, the richest company on earth. Okay? So, what am I saying in essence? What I'm saying is this. Yes, we have millions upon millions of businesses offline. But as many of those businesses that we have offline, we have even more online. And all these businesses online, they thrive on traffic too. They need traffic to survive. So, what is online traffic? Clicks, guys, clicks. If you have a business online, you can call it charlesoson.com. Doesn't matter what it is that you're selling. The first thing that needs to happen, people need to click on it before they can buy anything. No clicks, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So we have businesses, individuals, okay, online. All they do is drive traffic to other businesses. All these millions of businesses online, we have a few businesses or individuals, all they do, drive traffic to them, and they make a killing. And there is something else that's called targeted traffic, even better. What is targeted traffic? Say you go online, you're searching for a TV, and all of a sudden, somebody sends you to a store online that sells TV. Well, guess what? That store just got targeted traffic. Why? Because you're looking for what they're offering. Your chances of buying are very high. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Mofara, is simply the best in targeted traffic, in driving targeted traffic. He proved himself. After graduation, he joined a few companies, sent a lot of traffic to these companies, customers, affiliates. Yes, he made some millions doing that. And these companies also made tons of money. Unfortunately, most of them went out of business. And why? Remember, I told you guys in the beginning, no legitimate, viable product. A company is just a time bomb. So Mr. Mofara and his family, notably his wife, who happens to be in IT also, are going to decide we need to stop doing this. We need to stop sending customers, people, to businesses that will eventually go out. We're going to have to start our own. We're going to get legitimate, viable products and or services I'm going to use this interchangeably. We're going to have founding members, you and I. We will drive traffic to them. They will make money. We shall make money, and everybody is happy. Folks, that is the birth of OnPassive. So just over 3 years ago, and I said 3 years ago, it's very important because there was no pandemic, there was no COVID-19. Mr. Mofara and his friends are going to sit and say, okay, we are going to start our own business. We need legitimate, viable products. Okay, so they're going to sit and say, you know what? We have about 7.7 billion people on Earth. And at any point in time, 7 million of those are online doing something. Now, this is 3 years ago. Imagine what that number is today with the advent of COVID-19. Maybe you can multiply that number by 10. But 7 million is still a lot. So they're going to sit and say, hey, what are these people looking for? What kind of services do they need? Well, some of them are doing online banking. I know that. I do that sometimes twice a day, sometimes more. And I know some of you do that as well. But when we do these things, someone, some company is monetizing on our services. And these guys are going to say, we can do that too. We have AI, artificial intelligence. We can do it even better. Some people online are on their favorite social media, Twitter, Facebook. I love Facebook. When we are on Facebook, what are we doing? We're sending texts, messages, photos to colleagues, classmates, family members, friends. What are we doing? It is called community. And these guys are going to say, you know what? With artificial intelligence, we can have our own community. Even better. Folks, if you join us today, you're going to find out our community is over 460,000 and growing by the second. Some people online are doing e-commerce, drop shipping, email marketing, bulk emailing. Guys, there are people online that make 6- and 7-figure income just doing email marketing. I know that for a fact. I thought about it once upon a time. These guys are going to say with AI, we can do that. We can do that better. Some people online are doing video conferencing, just like you and I. If you can see me, you can hear me off. It means you went to an application called Zoom. You put in some ID and there you are. Guess what? The founders of Zoom, the owners of Zoom, are monetizing on our services as we speak. Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype. We have AnyMeeting. We have Cisco WebEx. We have Google Hangouts. We have Microsoft Teams, a plethora of them, more than 25 of them. All of them making serious money, especially since the pandemic. Now, Zoom is the most popular. Why? Because it is the most user-friendly. But not for long, guys. You wait until OnPassive unleashes our webinar platform. And Zoom is going to look like a joke. Those of us who have been founders for some time, we've been fortunate enough to see a demo of it. The pictures are clearer, 3D. It is more secure, end-to-end encrypted. It is faster, it is scalable, and guess what? It is cheaper. Okay, so by the time we launch, the big players in this space like Zoom, Skype, they are going to know there's a new kid on the block. But let's focus on Zoom for now because they are still, like I said, the most popular. Prior to COVID-19, Zoom was averaging 10 million participants every day. April 1st, 2020, same company took a statistic. That number had risen to over 300 million participants per day. About 2.5 months, Zoom was on record for making more money than ExxonMobil, the oil company. Guys, why do you think this is happening? Ever since the advent of COVID-19, the world has gone digital. Well, it's been going digital. That pandemic just accelerated it. Okay? Every university, high school, middle school, elementary school, asking students to take classes virtually. Yes, I've seen pastors, men of God, women of God, having virtual prayer services. Okay, I've seen virtual weddings, virtual wake keepings, all kinds of stuff. Well, the world is going virtual. And OnPassive is going to help us monetize. Let's talk about another service, another virtual service. Virtual Private Network, VPN. You may have heard that word VPN. What is it? It is just a fancy name for a tunnel. It is a tunnel that cuts across a major network such as the internet and provides privacy. Employers use it so their employees can have access to corporate data without fear of bad guys, without fear of loss of data. Ever since the advent of COVID-19, more and more companies, Microsoft, Facebook, all these companies asking their employees to work from home. So when you hear someone says, I am telecommuting, they're working from home. Guess what? They need VPN service. That means what? That means some company is monetizing on their services. Okay? Now, the big IT giant, Twitter, about 3 months ago, came out and said, even after COVID-19, all our employees are going to have to work from home permanently. Yes. They even went further. We're going to allocate $1,000 per employee so that they can be comfortable working from home. Why would they want to do that? Because they save on overhead. 5 days later, Facebook came up, made the same announcement. And a few other companies have followed suit. It's competition, guys. Well, OnPassive, these guys at OnPassive, they say, well, we have AI. We can have our own from start to finish, from scratch. Get our VPN, super smart, faster, more scalable, and above all, guess what? Cheaper. When OnPassive launches, guys, I can assure you, the big players in the VPN space, like Cisco Networks, they will know there is a new sheriff in town. Yes, they will know. Now let's talk about another service. Search engine optimization, SEO. What is that? We know of search engines. We know of Yahoo. We know of Bing. And for those of you who are Apple enthusiasts, you know of Safari. We know of Google, the most popular of all of those. Google is so popular, it has become a verb. You can go to Google 10 times, 20 times, 100 times a day to search for something. It is free. You can go to Google to get an email account, an email address, 1, 10, 100. It is free. You can even get a Google Voice account, voice over IP, phone number, free of charge. So it sounds like everything in Google is free. Yet, Google is a multi-billion-dollar company, right? You go to Facebook, it's free. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. How do these digital companies make money? How does Google make money? Well, most of us don't care. And frankly, we don't even know and we don't care, frankly, right? But I want to tell you today how they make money, because OnPassive is going to help us make money the same way that Google does. So you go to Google today to search for something, and it can be a phone, a laptop, it doesn't matter what it is. But I want it to be a camera, only because I do have an online store and I do market my cameras through Google. So here's what happens. You go search for a camera. A bunch of them are going to pop up, maybe 20, maybe 25. And one of them is going to be from my store, will come from my store. And if you click on that camera from my store, Google charges me at the end of the month. You don't have to buy it. They call it pay-per-click, right? At the end of the month, they're going to tally up all the clicks that went towards my store, and they just take it from my credit card that they have on their file. So what is the contract? Google tell all its clients, you can be a big business, a small business, an individual, as long as you advertise your item through us, and a customer comes looking for that item, we are going to optimize the search, of course, because you've paid us. Bring your item to the top so that they can see it, eyeballs. As soon as they see it, our job is done. Whether or not they buy it, none of our business. And they call it pay-per-click. So a small business guy like me, I am so small, almost insignificant online, but I can tell you, I pay Google averagely $400 every month. I pay Microsoft averagely $600 every month. Why am I paying Microsoft? Simple. Bill Gates is a visionary. He knew that this SEO is going to be big. Did not have time to start a brand new company. So he bought an existing one called Bing. He revamped it, and people like us have to pay him day in, month out. Now, if I can pay him or pay him $600 a month or pay Google $400 a month, you can imagine what these big giants are paying. You can imagine what the eBays, the Amazon, the Craigslist, Home Depot, United Airlines, Air France, all these big giants. You can imagine what they're paying Google and all these search engines. Folks, that's how come Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. So what am I doing, guys? And what is OnPassive doing? What I just did, I just gave you a few of those digital services, the ones that you can relate to, that OnPassive is putting together. There are more. What OnPassive is doing is simple. If you're a business person, if you're an individual business person, if you're a small business, if you're a big business, you think about a digital service, you just think about it. We got it. Under one umbrella, using artificial intelligence. Now, in IT, we'll call that single sign-on. And there's one big word for you guys today: integrated. There is no company on earth that has been able to integrate all these things, and OnPassive is there. 99% ready, guys. You can't beat that. And I know some of you here are founders. Most of you are founders already. Some of you are guests, soon to be founders, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a week's time. When you become a founder with OnPassive, you will get excited. Yes, you will. The only people that don't get excited are the ones that pay their little $97 and then disappear. When you get involved, you will get excited. And when you get excited, you're going to talk to your friends, family members about it. Hey, I just jumped into this new company. I just stumbled upon this new company. Looks good. Sounds good. And some of them are going to laugh at you. And they're going to ask you, by the way, does this company have a product? Folks, remember, our products are not tangible. They are not easy to comprehend. And they're going to laugh at you, we don't have a product. Here's what I want you to tell them. We have a total internet solution, or a total IT solution, or a total digital solution. Same thing. Just use 3 different phrases, all of them 3-worded, meaning the same thing. Total internet solution, total IT solution, total digital solution, whichever one you feel comfortable with. OnPassive itself has its own 3-worded phrase for it. We'll call it Smart Business Solution, SBS. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to just give you like a 15-20 second tour of the onpassive.com website just to show you the proprietary products, proprietary services. Okay, now, 3 things you have to take home today. With OnPassive, you don't have to recruit to make money. Huge. With OnPassive, you don't have to come out of pocket month in, month out to stay in business. That's also huge. But the biggest of all, we have the best digital solution, legitimate, viable in this day and age. There is no company that has anything even close, even 1/100th of what OnPassive has, guys. I can assure you, you're in a good place. Now, all of this in one company, you're going to be hard pressed to find another company like this. What is it going to cost you to become a founding member? I told you guys, when my friend came to me, it was $97. Today, fortunately for you, it is still $97, but not for long. And that is because we are very, very close to our soft launch. Soft launch simply means we, the founders, are going to be testing those products before we bring it to the world. But before that happens, the price will go up from $97 to $149. There is a $52 difference. So save yourself some money. That could mean a lot for some families. If you're familiar with Richard Branson, the CEO of Virgin Atlantic, he says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you don't understand it, jump on it, then learn about it as you go along. This is an amazing opportunity that someone, some friend, some family member has brought to your attention. Jump on it. And it gets better with us. Why? That money is refundable. You pay your $97, you don't like it for whatever reason, just push a button. Or write one short sentence. I want my money back. I want a refund. No questions asked. That money will be refunded to you. So please take advantage. Now, you pay your $97. What happens next? Financially, nothing happens next. You might get excited. You might get your friends and family members to a webinar like this, but you're not going to spend any money. Not anymore. Not until public launch. And if you're new, if this is your first time here, please sit up, take a sip of water. This is the meat of this presentation. When OnPassive launches, there will be no more founding members. That position is closed permanently. Yes. Even if you have $100,000, you will not be allowed to be a founder. That AI traffic that I spoke to you guys about is going to be going around, bringing in customers and or resellers to all of us, the founders. Okay? And when these customers come in, what are they going to be looking for? What are they going to be purchasing or buying? Well, they're going to be buying just our services. Those services that I just mentioned to you guys. About 50 of them, okay? I mentioned a few. I mentioned VPN, SEO, email marketing, online banking. I mentioned a few, but there are more. There's Stream URL, there's Website Builder, there's IP Tracker. It's a bunch of them, about 50. But what has OnPassive done? They've put it into one bundle, one package, and it's going to cost one small amount to all our customers. How much is it going to cost? Between $100 and $250, right? So, for strategic reasons, we don't have a price yet, but we do know it's not going to be less than $100. It's not going to be more than $250. So, if you're like me, in your head, you want to put $250 just in case. So, if it becomes $200, great. You have $50 as change in your pocket, right? Now, when OnPassive launches, we, the founders, we are going to be OnPassive's first customers. We are going to be a product of the product. Okay? Now, hold on 1 second, guys. Somebody knocking on my door and it's irritating. I'll be right.
Hello? Oh.
Okay, sorry about that. Like I said, when OnPassive launches, we are going to be a product of the products. We, the founders. So we are going to come in and we're going to purchase that bundle. Okay, that bundle, how much is it gonna be? Like I said, between 100 and 250. Now, this is important. That subscription, that bundle is a monthly subscription. We are here because of residual income, monthly residual income. And you cannot have monthly residual income without monthly subscription. The two go hand in hand. Okay? But because we are founders, we are blessed, we are fortunate, OnPassive has decided to make sure we only pay once. Subsequently, they are gonna pick up the tabs. Subsequently, they're gonna pay for us every month from our profits. So when OnPassive launches, we the founders, we're gonna pay that bundle one time. Subsequently, OnPassive is gonna pay for us from our profits month in, month out. The balance we can take home. I give you an example. Say OnPassive launches today, and you come in and you pay for that bundle, say $250. As soon as you're in, AI traffic goes to work, bringing in customers. You're making profit, making commission. 30 days later, you make a profit of, let's say, $500. Well, 250 automatically goes towards your subscription. The remainder you can take home. I hope that's clear. Now, I told you guys, you don't have to sell to a single person to make money. Yet, those of you who are guests, you were invited by a friend, a family member, and you might be wondering, what's in it for that friend? What's in it for that family member? Let me use this scenario. So, founder A and founder B, all of us are going to be founders. Founder A, founder B. Founder A is like me. He has a big family. He finds something. He wants his family and friends to share. He wants to give them the net rather than give them fish. So, founder A hears about OnPassive, talks to all his friends, say 50 of them, 40 say, no, forget about it. Been there, done that. The other 10 say, okay, let's take a chance. Let's go with him. We say monkey do. Those 10, some of them do the same thing, right? Before you know it, 10 bring 15, 15 brings 20. Before you know it, founder A has 100 founders in his team prior to launch. Founder B, on the other hand, says, Mr. Charles said it's a passive opportunity. Forget it. I'm not going to talk to anybody. No problem. OnPassive launches. Everybody is going to make money. And here's what happens. The AI traffic starts going around, bringing in customers and or resellers. As these customers coming in, founder A, founder B, founder C, founder D, everybody is getting their fair share. Now, say 30 days later, founder B, who is on vacation, gets 100 customers from AI traffic. Founder A also gets 100 customers. But remember, founder A has 100 founders that came with him that also deserve 100 customers each. And 100 times 100, my math tells me that is 10,000. So founder A gets 10,000 plus 100 customers in his team that he's going to monetize on. Founder B, on the other hand, gets 100 customers to monetize on. Pretty hefty. Guys, I can tell you this though. When somebody monetizes on 10,100 customers, it's a heck of a lot more than somebody who monetizes from 100 customers. Now, I also said this, guys. We are going to come in and pay for a bundle one time between 100 and 250. OnPassive has guaranteed this money lifetime. What does that mean? When OnPassive launches, you select bundle. You have 7 days to make a commitment. You have 7 days to pay for it. In the meantime, you're going to see activity. You're going to see customers dropping. You're going to see commissions dropping into your wallet, your internal wallet. However, you may not be able to withdraw it because you haven't paid just yet. At the end of 7 days, you can make a decision. You can decide to say, this ain't for me, or you can decide to commit. But what if you commit? OnPassive is saying, give us 3 months, give us 90 days. If you don't like what you see, you can ask for a refund, and we shall be glad to give your money back. Folks, this is great. It doesn't get any better than this. Okay? Now, I am going to share my screen and spend a few seconds to show you that proprietary products that I told you about. And this is public info. You can go there, do it on your own whenever you have time. You just go to onpassive.com, okay? And you scroll to somewhere around the middle of the page, and you will see that OnPassive, our proprietary products. This website is going to change pretty soon. But for now, let's work on what we have. Digital marketing. Guys, this is just like the traffic I told you about. Video conferencing, we spent some time on it. VPN, we did talk about it. Website builder, I mentioned it. Guys, these are all AI-driven hands-free tools. All you need is a click of the button and things start rolling. OnPassive Connect Me is a suite of about 6 products. We have the webinar platform I mentioned to you guys. We have our SMS, MMS. Those of you who use WhatsApp, Telegram, I've heard some very worrisome things about WhatsApp. Guys, we have something better. And then these guys are going to know there's a new sheriff in town. We have email marketing. I spent time on it. IP Tracker. This in itself is a billion-dollar company or multi-billion-dollar company. Domain name registration, as I told you guys, I'm paying GoDaddy. When OnPassive launches, goodbye GoDaddy. Staff manager, we have HRM. Companies like PeopleSoft Corporation, Oracle Corporation, they will know there's a new sheriff in town, guys. We just need to launch. Now, let me say one thing, and we can go to Q&A. We can take some questions, right? There is risk in every business, and OnPassive is no different. We do have our own risk. What is our risk? $97. Okay? Well, our CEO has made it even less of a risk because that money is refundable. Yet, there are people who may not want to part with $97 for whatever reason. We don't need to know the reason. But if you feel like you don't want to risk $97, it is okay. Let me share with you how you can still make money with OnPassive. Hang on to your $97. Don't become a founder. You wait until OnPassive launches. You can even wait 6 months after launch, 2 years after launch. Wait until it becomes a household name like Google, like Amazon, and then become a reseller or a customer. You will still benefit from OnPassive. You will still make some money. But you're not going to make the kind of money that founders make. All these companies like Google, like Facebook, like Amazon, you can still make money with them today. All you have to do, buy some shares. Wait 2 years, maybe 3 years, then sell those shares. You might be lucky to double your money or triple your money, maybe even quadruple your money. But I can assure you, you're not going to become a millionaire, let alone a billionaire. The people that make the millions and the billions are those that come in the embryonic stage. The people that make the millions and the billions are those that come in when it is still an ideology. It looks good, sounds good, they jump on it. Before the world knows about it, they are in money. You wait until the world knows about it, too little, too late. So, I believe I've given you enough information to make an informed decision. We've come to the end of this webinar. I do know that if you're interested, just call, go back to whoever invited you, let them show you how to be part of us. If you have some doubts or you just need some clarification or something, no problem. We are here for our guest today, and we're going to make sure you get all your questions answered When I say we, I also have with me Miss Marina Favit, okay, from corporate. From Miss Marina Favit is from South Africa, but she represents Africans in corporate at the Leadership Council. Okay, so she's gonna be here with me, and she's gonna help me take some questions for you guys and make sure you guys are settled. All right. Thank you very much for coming. I know there's tons of other things you could have been doing, but you chose to be here, and we appreciate that. Marina, do you have a word or two for our guests before we take questions? You kind of sound faint, Marina. I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay. I had something in the front of my computer. Okay. Yes, Charles, this was a great presentation. You know, the detail that you give about the corporates and how being in OnPassive will help them as well with the targeted traffic. And there's just so many great products in our portfolio, and it just keeps getting better. So yes, you know, there's a lot of excitement now because we're very, very close to our soft launch. We're starting our beta testing next month, the beginning of next month, and it's really, really exciting times. You definitely want to get in, and you know, just do whatever it takes to get your family and your friends in it as well, because your style is going to change dramatically, and you don't want to be the only one, you know, that moves forward. You need to bring your family and friends with you, and that is why this opportunity is going to be the answer to so many prayers. We are going to be earning huge amounts of money, whatever your financial goal is. If it's $500 a month, 1,000, 20, 30, 50,000, 300,000, you will achieve it in time with OnPassive. And you know, just in 2 years, you're always going to look. This is a business; it's not going to happen overnight. But understand that the system needs to go to work, and within a year of you doing really nothing, and if you haven't brought anyone in, you stand a chance to be earning between $6,000 and $8,000 a month. Now, just imagine what you could be earning if you actually just did something. Every single person you bring in is going to add and be another form of income, a stream of income for you. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just encourage everybody to share this opportunity, especially with their family and friends. There's a lot of information. Charles has really covered the whole broader aspect of OnPassive. Really a fantastic opportunity. These opportunities don't come around often. And I've got friends that had the opportunity to participate or to become a founder of Alibaba. And they were very keen. I mean, it sounded great and what have you. That opportunity would have cost them $1,000. $1,000 back then. That was many years ago. And they decided not to go for it, not because they never had the money. They had the money, but because their family and friends spoke them out of it, saying, oh no, they're going to run away with your money and what have you. And I can understand that that's $1,000. This is $97. And they are kicking themselves today. That is why when OnPassive came along, they grabbed it with both hands, because they didn't go with Alibaba. And they would have been very, very wealthy today if they just listened to their heart. So I just encourage you to, you know, pray about it. I prayed about it. A lot of people did. We're so sick of getting scammed and getting disappointed, and, you know, just this is nothing like we've ever seen before. Brick and mortar business offices, and there's 100% lifetime money back guarantee on your founding member position. So, you know, I just want to say, get in, share this business, and just give it 3 months once we launch. And if you still decide, you know what, this is not for me, you can get your refund. And it's really a no-brainer. If you just Google OnPassive, and you'll see all the great content. You know, there's a lot of interviews happening, newspaper articles in India. There's billboards, there's bus stops with our signage all over. That's going to happen. And when we launch, there's going to be TV ads as well. You know, this is something that you can definitely leave the legacy for your family, for your loved ones, and you can bring them along with you as well. you know, we are going down in history as being the founding members of this global IT company who's currently valued at 5.5 billion US dollars, and we haven't even launched yet. We are going to be a super unicorn company upon launch, or soon after we've launched. So I really hope that you take this to heart. You've got enough information to make an informed decision, as Charles says, and I really do hope that you make the right decision and become a founding member with OnPassive. Please, if you are a guest, I know there are a few of you, get back to the person who invited you to watch this presentation and get their link to register with them. And you will be very grateful that you did. Thank you very much from me.
Okay, so I believe we still have able moderator sitting around. Thank you, Marina, for that. And Senge, can you?
Yes, sir. Right here. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for that very, very informative presentation. Thank you, Marina. And we're about to start the question and answer session. Guys, this question and answer session is reserved most especially for our guests. But if you've been in the company for just a few days, a week or so, and you haven't been to any presentation whatsoever, you're welcome to ask your questions. So we're going to be starting. You can raise your hand like this if you want to ask a question, or you can just raise your hand on the participant board and we'll gladly take your question. Make sure your video is open while we do this. So guys, let's start. I don't see any hands yet. Does anyone have any questions? Curtis, I see you laughing a lot. You okay? And Thierry is in the house, guys. Any questions, guys? Hi, Thierry. How you doing?
Raymond had his hand up, and I think he might have just been testing it because it's gone down now.
Okay, now I see some hands. Prince Oreo is here. Hi, Prince. Open your microphone, please. Your microphone is still muted. You need to click on there to open it. There
Hello.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
I'm fine. Sorry, I want to have a question.
Go ahead, sir.
The presentation was okay, but I believe Mr. Charles himself should be able to know, to give all the idea when he thinks that the company will be launched. When exactly, I mean, maybe this year, next year, 3 years time or whatever, let's hear from him or you help us out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prince. Mr. Charles?
Hello, Mr. Prince. We are very close to launch, okay? We're going to have two sets. We're going to have a pre-launch, which, like I said, pre-launch means that we're testing, we the founders are going to be testing the products that we have. And that is just weeks, if not days away. I can tell you that, okay? And our pre-launch, it's gonna last between 2 to 3 months, okay? After that, we, the founders, we're gonna, after testing everything, it looks good. If there's any bugs, they're gonna be taken care of. And we, the founders, together with our CEO, we're gonna have a meeting, maybe a couple meetings, and decide when we wanna bring this baby to the world. So from what I'm telling you, it is very, very close. I believe we should be in the public, not later than the end of June of this year. I believe so, okay? But we don't have a fixed date, just to answer your question. It is very close. Now, one other thing. Once we hit that soft launch, like I said, which is a matter of days or weeks, the price will go up. So if you're not yet a founder, you might want to get in ASAP. And also, if you're a founder before pre-launch, you might be able to benefit from our marketing campaigns. That means our marketing campaigns, we're going to be testing that traffic, that AI traffic, right? That brings in customers. In this case, because we are not yet open to the public, it's going to bring in more founders. And if you're in before that, some of those founders may just land in your team, okay? So it's important for you to be in the sooner, the better.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Mr. Prince, do you have any other questions?
Are you okay, sir? Or you have a...
Yes, no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for being here. Okay, Idris,
Okay, thank you for the floor. Myself, it's my first time to participate in this presentation. I'm a founder already because since I think two weeks I heard about this and I jumped on it and getting before knowing something about it. Now I'd like just to say thank for all the presentation because it has permitted me to understand more about it and to what to know what I'm in, of course. The reason why I wanted just to say thanks to the presentation and wish to everyone good success in it.
Thank you, Mr. Adrian. Basically, you didn't have a question, you had a comment, correct? Do you have any questions, sir, apart from your appreciation for the presentation? Thank you for that. I think he had just that comment. Okay, we're going to be taking Adedoyen. Adedoyen, are you there? Ade? Ade, are you there? Ade is not there. Okay, Vernie. Vernie? Oh, Vernie, Verni. Guys, this presentation is for guests. Unless you've been in here for just a week and you have some questions, you have not attended a webinar, you attended one and you have some questions, right? Go ahead, Vernie.
Can I ask my question, please?
Vernie, are you
Yes,
there?
my question. Yes, I am. Are you hearing me?
Yes, your sound is not very clear. Can you come closer to your microphone, please?
All right, I will try to do that.
Thank you.
So I want to become a founder. What's the steps that I have to make to become a founder? I am interested. What steps do I have to make to become a founder?
Okay, sir. Marina, Mr. Charles, who wants to answer this one?
Marina can go.
Vernie. Is
Marina.
your name Vernie?
Yes.
Okay, because you've
Hello?
got the O in front of it.
Yeah.
And that normally shows
yeah.
that you are a founder because a lot of people are saying, oh, Dr. Benny, oh, Senge, or whatever
Yes,
the
yes.
case is. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I'm asking this question
who
to the
invited you?
participants.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Mr. Van, can you hold on for a second so Ms. Marina can answer your question? I think, yeah, that's good. Go ahead, Ms. Marina, please.
All right. Vernie, what you need to do is the person that invited you, introduced you to OnPassive or to this presentation, get back to them and ask for their registration link. You register with them and you verify your email that you've used. Your email is your unique identifier. So please check your email after registering. Click on the link that says click here to verify your email. Once you've done that, you can then go ahead and make your payment. We encourage you to use a debit or credit card. There is a $5 admin fee on that, but it's instant. If you use Bitcoin or Cash App, it could take 48 to 72 hours to become activated. But that is why we encourage everyone to use a debit or credit card rather. And then you will have access to your GoFounders once you've signed the NDA. So they can't sign the NDA. You need to scroll all the way to the bottom, sign it, and tick the 2 check boxes. As soon as you've done that, you will have access to the back office. It's very simple. It's just 3 easy steps.
Thank you very, very much. Understood.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marina. Mr. Vernie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Do you have another question for us?
No, that's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, we're going to move back again to Mr. Adedoyen. Looks like you have your hand up again. Mr. Ade, you want to open your microphone, please? Mr. Ade, your microphone is muted. Okay, guys, I think, I'm not sure if he has another question for us. He might have just turned on his Mr. Charles, you're muted too. You
I
want to say
think
something?
Raymond had his hand up. Raymond, can you unmute yourself if you have a question?
I think he's lowered his
He
hand
was
again.
playing with the emojis, Charles.
Oh,
It was the
okay.
clapping.
He
I'll
was
fix it so
All right.
just
with his
now.
emojis. I like that. Okay, guys. Looks like we don't have any other questions here.
It's just Sharon that was asking
Sharon.
how Sharon was asking in the chat.
I have a question like.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah, you have to understand that.
How do gosh, sorry, I'm just getting to it.
Yeah,
You have to
I'm
understand that
interested
with
to pay my founder money. How do I go about that? Sharon, I don't know if that was the same question as Bernie asked, but it's exactly what I explained to Bernie to do, to get a hold of the person that introduced you to the business and then use their link to register and payment, sign your NDA, and preferably use a card payment when making that payment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marina. Raymond is ready now to ask his question. Go ahead, Raymond.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
I heard about this business on Saturday, 24th. Then I joined the seminar on Sunday. Charles so thoroughly convinced me that on Monday I registered. Monday was yesterday. So I have these two questions. One is, I would like to know, in the event that I register somebody who, for one reason or the other, I will be the person paying for that person, can I still pay with my own credit card or debit card, whatever? If I have to pay for somebody I brought into the business for one reason or the other, I can still pay directly with my card. That's one question. The other question I have is, this video is being recorded, I know. How can we assess the video? Because it will help some of us to convince the people we're inviting to the business. So Charles, can you help me out on how to handle this?
Yes,
That's
Mr.
the two
Raymond.
questions I have. Thank you.
Mr. Raymond, for your first question, yes, you can pay for as many people as you want with your credit card. OnPassive doesn't save your card information. So as long as you have a way to arrange with them to collect the money, or if you just want to do it for free for them, that's fine. Okay. So we can do that. I see Marina just put a YouTube link on the chat, which is, I believe, is a video. You can just pick it up from there, right? So we do have recordings, and yes, you can get the videos. Are you part of any of our group chats?
Yes, building something. I was brought into it by Ike from Hosta.
Okay, so you are you're in the group chat. Which group chat are you in? Is it a Telegram or WhatsApp or what?
Something.
What's that?
No, WhatsApp.
Is it WhatsApp chat? What is it called?
Yes, WhatsApp group.
What is it called? Do you know?
Golden something.
Golden something?
Golden.
Okay, I'm not part of that group. Hopefully whoever is in that group, maybe it's a subgroup, right? Maybe he takes information from our main group and
a subgroup.
Okay, so you can also be part of our main group in addition to being part of the subgroup. Okay, and all you have to do is download Telegram and ask that person to get you in. We do send all the information, the YouTube links to the recordings, any information that we need as founders. It is very important that you stay updated. So that's what I'm saying. Get involved. Yeah. The Marina just posted. Marina, you just posted that, right? The link to one of the recordings.
That was the YouTube channel, because this recording, if he was asking, that is where I upload all the recordings that we have when I'm on with Charles, and there's other presentations on there as well. So please subscribe to that channel if you haven't done so yet, to get the latest updates of OnPassive as we move forward, and the new presentations that are out there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Marina.
Marina,
Is that good? Are you good, Raymond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much, Charles.
Awesome. Thank you, Raymond. We're gonna take on Godwin. Hey, Godwin, open your microphone, please. Godwin, are you there?
Yes, good evening.
Good, sir. How you doing?
Fine. Thank God for the great work that you guys are doing there.
Thank you.
This is my second time on this program. I was here for the first time last Sunday, and I have already signed in today to the glory of God, and so I'm not a co-owner, but I don't understand what is this group chat. How can I get more information? My brother Charles is already laughing at me. Charles, thank you for the good work. You're representing Africa very well. Thank you.
I'm not laughing at you, my friend.
What are you doing?
I'm laughing with you.
And he's happy that you're saying
Okay.
that.
I'm glad that you want to be part of the group chat.
That's right.
So every
Okay.
time I see, it's just like you have a family and your family is getting bigger and bigger, okay?
Yes.
And every time I see a new member of the family, for example, Mr. Raymond, we just signed yesterday, and now you. So I'm happy. It means that we are doing a good job here, okay?
Yes.
So this group chat, you are very welcome to it. I don't know who sponsored you or who brought you in. Please, guys, you the founders, hold on one second, Godwin. I'm
Okay.
pleading to all the founders. I'm pleading. When you sponsor somebody, don't leave them in the dark. The first thing you need to do as soon as you see that they're in, give them a call, take 5-10 minutes, walk them to their back office, show them what, the main things that they need to know before our onboarding, bring them into the group chat, and if you're not there yourself, get in there, okay? So that it's a lot of information flying back and forth, things that are happening. For example, today, this afternoon, in about 35 minutes, we have another guest webinar given by corporate, meaning another perspective, right? You can have people there, okay? So just get involved. So for example, like Godwin or even Raymond, they should have been in these chats already. And those of you who have subgroups, that is great. We encourage that actually. So you can focus on your people. But make sure they are in the main group also, okay? Because some exciting things, some people may post some stuff that you don't feel like taking to your subgroup, but yet they get that information, right? So that's what we need to be doing, please. So Godwin,
yes, Charles.
I am going to beg one of our leaders here. I know Mr. Larry is here. I don't know. I think Dr. Benny is here also, but Dr. Benny sometimes is just swamped. Okay, so I'm gonna beg Larry to work with Godwin. Larry, can you private chat Godwin so you can get him into our group chats, please?
Although Pastor Ark in Lagos, I registered through him.
Okay, so I don't know if he's in
I'm in Abuja, Nigeria, but Pastor Charles in Lagos is the one through whom I registered, even though my offline is in Ghana.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't know if Pastor Charles is in the group or not, but Larry is gonna make sure that you are in the group, and maybe Pastor Charles can get him. Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Godwin. If you don't have any questions, we're going to move on to the next person. I see Judith has her hand up. Hey, Judith, go ahead and unmute yourself. You're still muted. Go ahead now. Your microphone is open. We still can't hear you. I think there's something wrong with your sound.
Put your volume. Your volume may be
low.
All the way to 0. So put your volume up a little so we can hear you.
Okay, Judith. Try to figure that out, and if you can't, you can drop us your question on the chat board, please. While we wait, we're going to be going over to Charles. Charles, go ahead and open your microphone, please. Charles, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. Good evening. I'm calling from Nigeria, Port Harcourt precisely. Hello?
Yes,
Can
sir,
you hear
we
me?
can hear you.
Okay, I'm joining for the first time. Got the link from a friend through WhatsApp. I really enjoy your presentation. Sounds so very noble and interesting. But I got some few questions to ask. Why I'll still be making my findings. Well, one of them is what's the name of the group in Telegram, so I can search for it and join. Then secondly, in terms of registration, when I pay through my dollar card or my credit card, either credit or debit card, the exchange, is it flat or it depends on the, I want to know, it depends on black market rate or it depends on the regulatory agency rate, like in Nigeria, like the CBN, if the price is the official rate. That's what I want to find out. Then, like you said, the credit card information are not saved. Most of those things, the things that most of us here are scared of in Nigeria is the security of the platform, how secure it is. We aren't giving that to.
Okay. So, first of all, you said Telegram group. We cannot put that group out because it's for founders only. So once you sign up and you sign the NDA, you can contact the person that brought you in, and they will share with you the group link. Okay, we can't just put it out for people who are not yet founders. That's the first thing. The other thing is the exchange rate. I'm going to only assume, because I'm not in Nigeria, that it's going to go by the official exchange rate, not the black market rate. Black market means on the side, right? It's going to be based on the official exchange rate. We have some Nigerian leaders here that can tell me more. Larry, what is the main exchange rate there? I mean, how does it go? And by the way, before he does that, just so you know, our platform is super secured, right? AI secured. It's so secured. If a bad guy tries to touch anything, the AI will say, hey, be careful, we're watching you, okay? So I just wanted to talk about that. Larry, can you tell him how the exchange rate goes, please? Or
rates just fluctuate, Mr. Charles.
or if Larry, are you there? If you're not there, Pastor Paul can do us this.
Mr. Charles, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I was saying that exchange rates, as we know, the market, the fiat market, it fluctuates. It's never fixed.
Well, it fluctuates, but he wants to know if it goes by black market or if it's by the regular. And I don't think it's going to go by black market. It shouldn't go by black market, okay? Because black market is something on the side.
Not, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to next one. I'm pretty sure that because none of those Nigerian leaders is speaking up, so I don't know.
Mr. Charles, go ahead and open your microphone again. I think I muted you at some point. I'm sorry about that.
I don't seem, it does. I'm not muted.
Okay.
Not you, the other Charles.
Me, yes, she's talking about me. Yes, okay. Okay, I'm okay with your answer, but if it's possible, before we join in, if we can get a group, we can join, and maybe probably get more information. While we were presenting, I was trying to navigate through the site. Look, I couldn't get more information, but maybe if I can be added to any group at all, maybe none of the leaders in Nigeria, so that I can get more information. I think it's going to do me a whole lot of good.
I think that whoever invited you can do that. Most of the groups that I have, I don't deal with prospects. Okay, because my prospects come to the webinar, I talk to them, I answer all their questions. If they don't want to make a decision, it's up to them, because right here we're just helping. I believe that people...
My Telegram group is for prospects as well. There's nobody that shares links in there.
Okay.
So I can send you my Telegram group.
Please do that for him. Okay. Send him the Telegram group, put it on the chat, and he can pick it up.
Okay, I will. I just pick the YouTube and I will do with the Telegram.
All right.
Okay, no problem.
Charles, have all your questions been answered?
For now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. I'm going to take Mr. Nusa Chamba Calva.
Thank you.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
No, I'm fine by the grace of God. Thank you for this opportunity. I've appreciated the presentation of the project of this company. Well done by Mr. Charles. And I'm very interested. I'm calling from Douala, in Cameroon. Calling from Douala. Then my problem now is the conditions to be fully a part member or founder and the deadline to be taken into consideration for it.
Okay.
I appreciate the program. The project is very, very nice and has been well presented by Mr. Charles. Thanks for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr.
All right.
Charles?
Yes, thank you. So you want to know, Mr. Nusa, you want to know when the deadline, so if you have the money now, I know sometimes you may not have it, but if you have it, it's best to come in now because you will only pay $97, right? Now, if you wait until we hit soft launch, which, like I said, is very soon. We don't want to give dates, but it's very soon. It could be in 1 week's time. It could be in 10 days' time. The CEO is going to give us maybe a few days notice, maybe 3, 4, 5 days, okay? And then the price will go up. So you're going to become a founder still, but the price will go up to $149, okay? And then we're going to be in soft launch, meaning we are going to be testing the products. You and I, all the founders, we're going to be testing it for about 2 to 3 months. Once everything looks good, we are going to stop taking founders. No more founders. Even if you have 1 million US dollars, you will not be allowed to become a founder. So that will stop. And then it might take another week or so. And then we're going to launch officially to the world. So I can say, if you want to pay that $97, try and get in as soon as you can. Or you may end up paying $149.
I've understood. And one more question, sir. Thank you. I've understood your explanation, but I would like to, there is any person monitoring the person to register, the condition to pay for the condition?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Mr. Charles, give me a second. Mr. Musa, it looks like you're going to feel maybe more comfortable in expressing yourself in another language people can understand. Can you speak French and let us know exactly what you want to say or what you want to convey?
Ok, donc avec votre permission, je voudrais effectivement savoir, j'ai compris déjà que c'est important de s'inscrire le plus rapidement possible, mais je voudrais en plus de cela savoir pour quand il faut s'inscrire, est-ce qu'on a quelqu'un qui doit nous assister pour cela?
But Mr. Charles, you want to answer or you want me to answer?
You can go ahead, but it's simple. You go ahead and answer, please.
C'est tellement simple pour s'inscrire. Donc, je ne sais pas la personne qui vous a indiqué pour venir sur notre plateau ce soir, mais allez-y et allez parler à ces personnes-là. Et si vous n'avez pas de réponse, vous pouvez revenir ici jeudi. On a un autre webinaire en principe. Donc, vous voulez laisser votre numéro pour que je puisse vous contacter. Et si vous avez des problèmes, vous pouvez me contacter, hein, monsieur.
C'est même pas mal. Monsieur Nusa,
C'est pas difficile.
nous avons un webinaire demain.
En français, en principe, oui.
En français, même heure.
À la même heure, oui.
Mais la ligne est un peu différente. De toute façon, je peux mettre le lien ici dans le chat.
Oui.
Le lien pour le français, le webinaire en français.
Oui.
Même heure. Ça veut dire que c'est 14h ici, donc c'est 18h au Cameroun. OK? Je vais mettre le lien ici.
Et pour vous dire, ça pour ajouter, à Douala, on a les leaders à Douala qui peuvent vous aider. Donc, ils seront là demain à la même heure. Donc, revenez demain, monsieur Noussi. Ça ne vous dérange pas. Monsieur Noussi, en principe, ça ne vous dérange pas.
Merci d'avance.
OK. D'accord. Donc, monsieur Charles va laisser le lien sur le chat. Vous pouvez copier et puis mettre sur votre email pour revenir demain. Hein?
OK, je viens de mettre le lien sur le chat, monsieur Noussa.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Nusa. We're going to move on to Difan. Defan, please open your microphone, sir.
What is wrong?
We can hear you,
Not
sir. Go
going.
ahead.
I wish to ask. I want to first of all thank Mr. Charles for all the explanations. He has done a really great job, and I've learned a lot on IT business. And I wish to ask, should in case somebody is not able to fulfill the second part of the registration process to meet the 1 week registration that's the second part of the registration. Will it be extended, or what becomes of him or her?
Mr. Charles?
That's for your question. I'll just take that while Charles takes a little break. Everyone who becomes a founder will, as said, our CEO said that nobody will be left behind. And he understands that there's a lot of countries that are struggling financially, and we're not all able to pay within those 7 days. There will be a grace period. That period hasn't been determined yet. It could be 30 days, 60 days, or even 6 months. So everybody will have a chance to save up for that one-time subscription. And once you've paid the one-time, you will never have to pay again. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Ms. Godlove, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm very okay with that.
Thank you, sir. Actually, that question answers even Nolda. Nolda has had the same question on the chat board, so hopefully that is answered. In the meantime, I don't see any hands that are up. I think we have come to the end of this session. Mr. Charles, Ms. Marina, any closing remarks?
Yes. We have, like I said earlier.
Thank you to all the guests. And yes, Charles always mentions the next webinar that comes on. But please, if you haven't joined my Telegram group, please do that. And I share all the webinars that are happening across the globe, actually. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's it for me. I am done talking. Unless there's any question, we're going to wrap this up, and I'll see some of you on Thursday. Some of you are the guest webinar coming soon, and some on Thursday for us. Same time, same place. I see another hand that's raised. I don't know if it's an old hand or new hand. Mr. Godwin again.
Godwin, do you have another question for us? Another answer.
Yes. Last Sunday, we were told of when the new people that signed up will be having a session for training. I was expecting to hear something like that again, a different session for those who are already signed up, like I just did today.
Okay, Mr. Godwin, we had a question and answer session yesterday for founders. You missed that. So the only other session is going to be—
then I was not a founder.
On Monday. Yesterday was Monday, sir.
Yeah. So I got it. So that's fine, Mr. Godwin. And next one is on Sunday.
On Sunday.
But you have to be in one of the group chats, though.
Yep.
So that you can get that info. So once you join the group chat, right, you'll be able to get all the information. The next one is Sunday at 2 p.m.
Eastern time.
Which is
one
8
last
p.m.
One last question. Somebody you asked to follow up on,
Mr. Godwin.
when am I expecting the person to get in touch with me?
Say that again.
You asked somebody to chat with me.
Oh, he didn't chat with you yet?
Not yet.
Larry, okay, Pastor Paul, can you do me a favor, chat? Or maybe Dr. Benny can do that. Dr. Benny, are you there? I saw Dr. Benny. Did she disappear?
She's still on. I'm not sure.
She's there.
Pastor Paul is on too.
No, Dr. Benny is there. Dr. Benny, can you please private chat Godwin so that we can add him to the group?
Yeah.
Group chat, please. Thank you.
Okay, guys. I think, Mr. Charles, you were trying to finish answering Mr. Godwin's question about—
He's already answered. He went to the next one. That means that one was answered.
So Sunday, we're going to be having another onboarding to train you for training on how to use your back office. Okay, Mr. Godwin?
Thank you.
Welcome, sir. You have any other questions, sir?
No, I'm good.
Right. Great. Thank you so much for being here.
Somebody chatted that they need a link to the Telegram. That is a co-founder. So if you're a founder, I'm pretty sure I don't like putting that link here because
Exactly. Contact the person that brought you into the business, please. Let them link you to the link because we want to make sure that you're registered. I'm so sorry. I mean, we just have to make sure that we are very cautious, you know.
So there was just one thing I wanted to say. I did put it in the chat box, but people are calling themselves co-founders. We are not co-founders. We are go-founders, as G-O founders. Yeah, co-founder is a completely different scenario. Just remember that in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you so much for that clarification so that everyone can be on the same page. Guys, we have any other questions? No one? Okay, we're going to round up. Mr. Charles, I think I got your closing remark, and Marina too. I can just wrap you up, right?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Okay, thank you guys for being here. Again, I want to thank the guests for coming by. It's time for you to decide on what you want to do, right? Like I always say, this train, once it's in motion, it's not going to stop. That said, thank you for all the leaders for being here. Thank you, Marina, for that nice corazon that you put there for me, a nice, beautiful heart. Thank you again for being here. And tomorrow we're going to have a webinar in French. Please, if you speak French, make sure you be there at the same time. The link has been put down on the chat board by Mr. Charles. The link for the French webinar, Mr. Nusa, please pay attention to that. And I think Ngupayu, you speak French too. Make sure you pay attention and copy that link for tomorrow's webinar at 2 p.m. in the French language. We'll be back again for the English webinar at 2 p.m. on Thursday. And we have subsequent webinars coming up through the week, guys. Stay tuned and have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right.
And guys, don't go yet. We do have a corporate webinar in just about 15 minutes. So go ahead and call in. For those that have found us already, you'll find that link in your back office. Have a great day.
Bye.